I got nothing to say, yeah, I'm just loving the way you're looking over here. Come over here and tell me your name. I can tell by the sound, yeah, when you open your mouth. I hear my new favorite melody, hey. We should both run away. Why do we ever stay in the first place? I can't shake the feeling when you face away from me, away from me, babe. I will wait a lifetime if you say you stay with me, babe. I can't shake the feeling when you face away from me, babe. I will wait a lifetime if you say you stay with me, babe.
Honestly, not even worried. Episode 28. Me, Nulo G. I'm here with Blake Boots.
Hello.
We've got a couple special nicks that I'll get into in a second. And later, we're going to be getting into this very hot chicken from... Can you guys open this up? From Hattie B's here in Nashville. It's the hottest chicken money can buy. It is the Shut the Cluck Up from Hattie B's. That's a Nashville staple. You know, we're known for our hot chicken here. And with summer here and in full force, we're getting hot. Things are heating up. So it's time to get those perenniums out. Face them to the gods, scooch to the gods, and get that energy, dude. You know, let it soak in, let it absorb, fucking charge that battery. But let's get to the... Blake Booth, you here?
I'm right here.
Let's introduce the Knicks. We got here Nicholas Keenan, great friend of the pod, from Chicago, originally from Evanston, Illinois, where they've based the movie Mean Girls. And we have
Owen Keenan.
Why are you so obsessed with
and we
me?
have Nicholas Maker. That's the one with the who he sounds a little bit different than the rest of us.
I have a speech impediment.
He's from Sydney, Australia.
But
He moved to Chicago, Illinois, and currently lives in a van.
that's all right.
So if you're trying to send him a letter, don't. It will not get to him. How are you guys doing?
Very well.
Very
Yeah.
hot.
Very
Very hot.
It's warm in here.
Yeah. When that chicken was opened up, I, instantly heated up a little on the inside.
It looks hot. I mean, it makes me hot just looking at it.
I was smelling it yesterday, and as I was above it, my eyes were starting to burn a little bit.
Fuck.
Yeah, but it
just
but
floats
it smells
up.
good.
Heat
Like,
rises,
It tickles the
Yeah.
back of the nose, and it smells good. But
Yeah.
also, you're like, this would fuck me up.
It's a quality meat.
I think just close it for the moment. Like it's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's
Really? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
So-
need some shades for
So
this
just
thing.
so the listeners / viewers get a sense, we had to close the styrofoam box because it was getting into the eyes and irritating the eyes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna eat that and have that in our rawest bits in a few moments here. But we want to do it a little bit later. One, for the cliffhanger aspect, and two, because we won't be able to record probably afterwards. We're gonna see how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
But we had it yesterday. We had Hattie B's, but we had the normal heat levels. So there's a lot of levels. It's like mild, hot, damn hot, fucking hot, whatever, and then it like super fucking hot is what we have here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into that. But first,
Let me just say this.
let's get into it. Let's talk about summer break. What have you guys been doing, huh?
Yeah, how's the break going for you guys?
I was living in a van
school's
for a
out.
year. How about that?
School's been out for 5 years now. It's been a pretty long summer break.
Fuck.
8 years.
Eternal summer break.
It's been good. Honestly, living in a van, you lose some of the allure of summer break because it's just really fucking hot all the time.
Yeah.
We actually based kind of where we've been living on where there is less heat. So we spent a good chunk of like the winter in the desert, and that was doable.
Yeah.
But yeah, have been chasing mountains and stuff since it got warm.
Because it's not like you have some sort of little unit in there. Do you just have a fan basically
We have a
inside of
fan.
there that
We have a
cools
fan.
you
We
down?
have a fan. We had a fan. It has since broken.
Oh yeah.
So like
You
it's
ran it
really
too much.
really no choice.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah, it got overworked.
You got any
Yeah.
hot tips for anybody like thinking, if they're watching this and maybe thinking about starting to live the van life, #van life, anything you wish you would have known going into it?
Oh, good question. I honestly no. Blissful ignorance was kind of on my side. I think if I approached me moving into a van full time in any other way than I did, which was me being like, oh, it's COVID, it's going to last 2 months. Let me hop in a van for 2 months and then hop back out. Like that would have been a lot.
Yeah.
So blissful ignorance was
Okay.
was pretty good.
Do you regret not starting a blog?
No, I mean,
You could be
should
rich
I
right
have?
now. Yeah, I
in
mean-
your opinion, did I fuck up by not doing a blog?
I mean, I'm shocked you didn't, dude.
I feel like you know, like I used to like when I was traveling and I'd take a bunch of photos, I'd be like glued to my like DSLR camera. And then instead of like my friends would just be like walking down the street and like, oh, that was a nice bar we went to, and I'd be like running in front and like getting a photo, running behind and getting it. Yeah. And like you just kind of want to be in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard because then you have to like go back and you're like editing it and you're like, I don't even remember fucking being there.
Yeah, and I feel like
but you
also
know how you would remember is with a photo. Dude.
That's true. That's true. I don't
As a
remember my emotion.
photojournalist.
I was like snapping, pics on the phone, but I feel like the only thing more asshole-ish than is that a word? It is now. Then just getting in a van and driving around blatantly during a pandemic is like documenting it to rub it into everybody else.
That's very true.
Look how great my life is.
That's just the world we live in now, dude. Is that we just feel like you go on a trip like that, and then the rest of us go, wait, why didn't you fucking put it on the internet?
Yeah.
I didn't turn your trip into an NFT, dude.
That's what I do regret. Regret. That's what I do regret. If I could retire off the NFT I made from my van.
I had this idea one time when I took a road trip that, and I think it might be one of the worst ideas I've had, and it would have been a lot of work, and it would have been kind of silly to do, but I was gonna rate bathrooms as we stop them along the road trip. So there'd be like little like pins almost around the US globe, and I would kind of like take really poor quality pictures of the bathroom and then like rate them star wise. And this is like 2014, 2015. So could have blown up maybe.
Oh shit. So okay, do you know that's an app? There's an app
like weed maps for bathrooms.
Do you know that? Have you seen this? There's an app.
No.
I think it might be called Rate My Bathroom. I don't know. I can't. But like literally, I had
oh shit.
Oh shit would have been much better. In fact, that might be the name. In my head, it was called Rate My Bathroom, but I kind of forgot. I got an Uber home one night in Chicago, and the Uber driver was like, "Yeah, like you get into the chat with the Uber driver, and you're like, yeah, so like, what do you do? Like, is this what you do?" And he's like, no, like I'm trying to get my app off the ground. He's like, download it. I think it was called Rate My Bathroom. I want to remember now. I've since deleted it from my phone, but it was like it was more. I guess yours was kind of like for the novelty, was it, or was yours like more practical for people like you that like
more
might
for like
wanna...
the goof of like I'm at this kangaroo in the middle of Indiana off of exit 313. Don't come here. Dude, that's it. And that'd be like the rating. It'd be pretty poor.
So his was like practical for like, which I feel like you would actually quite enjoy if you're like, oh shit, I'm like in the city and I need a public toilet. Let me check Rate My Bathroom. If that's the name of the app again, I should really look this up. But let me check, and like, oh, there's this like one with 4.8 stars. That's pretty good rating.
Yeah.
Around the corner, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's like it smells pretty good in there. It's pretty clean, and you can look at the different stats and decide if that's the shit.
What's the rating system? Is it stars like Uber?
I don't remember. I honestly, I think I looked at it once and was like, that's funny, and then never looked at it again. And
it's like 5 rolls of toilet paper, best bathroom. Like 4 out of 5. Just like super. It's like
paper.
Dude. Yeah. I remember we've all lived in Chicago at one point, everybody here, and pretty much everybody in this room.
In the live studio audience.
There is a live studio audience, so that's a nice little treat for you guys. First time ever, first live studio audience. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
HNEW.
HNEW.
L.
L.
I can't hear you. HNEW.
HNEW.
That's right. So we've all lived in Chicago at one point, and I remember there's just so many neighborhoods and so many different establishments to take a shit. Mm-hmm. Like I was like at one point in my life, like 10 years ago, I was like, not that many years ago, but I was like, I got to start just a journal or like a map where you pin every place you've ever taken a shit.
I'd be
just to look back on it.
It'd be kind of wonderful.
Wow.
Honestly.
But then like eventually like now I've taken a shit in so many places.
Do you think you've taken?
I can't like go back and remember like, oh, did I poop at this museum? Probably.
Do you think you've taken a shit in 1,000 places?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
You could
like 1,000 new places.
This year alone, I haven't spent like more than one day in the same place in like a year. So like certainly.
So you definitely have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yours is like you could just be like I was outside, I was out.
Yeah, my pins would literally be in like the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah. If we're talking purely coordinates, definitely 1,000 different places.
Yeah. I mean, that's a useful
buildings
app for real. Yeah.
But outside counting as well. You know, I drop a lot of poops outside.
I might have shat in all 50 states. I think.
I would
have you been to all 50
imagine.
states?
I've been to
you
all 50
have.
states.
Well, then how would you not have
I want to know the
shat?
ones.
Well,
that you went
like,
through where you're
Unless he
like,
was
I don't
constipated in Indiana.
A couple of them,
There's no way.
a couple of them, like I might have just like driven through.
I like to think you were in like Arkansas or something, and you're like about to shit, and you're like, no, this place is enough of a shithole.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah,
did.
yeah.
I did.
I'm
I
gonna add to this.
I did drive out of North Dakota, out of Principal with some friends. We were camping, and we're like, this place sucks. Like, fuck this. We're going to go to Minnesota to camp.
yeah.
I can't remember if I shat there. I think Delaware, I still have to shit in as
Okay.
well. We just drove through that.
Well,
The
we
two
gotta-
states,
We got to go back there and drop one over there.
Last thing I'll say about shitting, and then we can stop talking about shitting. But
How did we get from summer to shitting?
Because I brought up the road trip about the road trip mapping.
His
for
app
boo-
that
for
never took
boo-boos.
off.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was your Uber driver, by the way. Yeah, great to see you again too.
Thanks for remembering.
Yeah, fuck you for that rating, but we'll address that later.
But last thing is that I can't remember now because we were goofing on it too long. So
back to shitting.
pivoting. Yeah. We'll come back later after you guys eat some of that hot chicken.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna be shitting a lot after this hot chicken,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it took us all of 2 minutes to just start talking exclusively about shitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
What's new? You know.
But that's life as an adult. Things start to change. All you think about are blogging your road trips and where you shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like it never used to be that way. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when we were kids, before we were driving and trying to get, we thought about the simpler things. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just being out in the sun, getting some fucking. Did you guys skateboard as kids?
Poorly.
tried.
Were you bored?
Poorly.
Did you
I tried.
skate?
Terrible.
I was a little too afraid to fully commit to good boarding, you know.
Yeah.
But
As-
did you like? How often were you on a skateboard? Like 13 at ages
Every day.
13. Same.
Every day for a year, and I really didn't get that much better than like doing an ollie.
Same.
Like,
Yeah.
Were you
Probably
guys
a
like
couple times a
skaters
week.
though? Like,
yeah.
because like I feel like I could
claimed
skate.
the label of skater.
I don't
for
think I was
sure.
cool
Yeah,
enough to ever
yeah.
claim skater.
Well,
like, I
Did you have
but
etnies?
I could.
What?
Do you have etnies?
I had etnies. I had DCs. I had everything, dude.
Etnies was the true skater shoe to me.
But
Yeah.
would you
It was
call
like,
not
someone
bands.
who exclusively just
Off the wall.
longboards to get from point A to point B a skater?
no.
No.
Longboarder though.
A longboarder.
We're talking like you grew up on like, and you saw Rodney Mullen videos and like Tony Hawk, and you're like, I got to do that.
Yeah.
So you and your crew
Yes.
would like skateboard every day. I had a friend who we would literally like wake up at 6 a.m. to go practice in the court, you know, at the basketball court, or go to the skate park.
Yeah.
And we did this daily for, you know, it was like Kanye West, like 5 skates a day for 3 summers, dude. And I never got any better.
Did you go down the ramps at the skate park, or did you do like the half little bunny hill things?
Dude, I never learned to drop in.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I had a friend who put my clothes on because he was like trying to make fun of me. He's like, let me put your clothes on.
You mean
and
like
try
we're
to-
all currently
and
doing?
pretend to be you and try to drop into this ramp. And it was in my friend's backyard that he built. And he's been on the pod. Shout out Chuck. And he goes to drop in, breaks his ankle.
Oh my god, dude.
Never skated before, breaks his ankle immediately. We took him to the emergency room. He was fucked up. So
See on that MTV show?
and that's why I on Scarred.
Yes.
Papa Roach.
God, oh my
Shout out,
god,
Pop.
dude.
Dude, that was
Only
that was a
skaters
show.
were on that.
He probably didn't get fucked up enough to be on that show, dude. I feel like your bone had to be out of your body.
Yeah. I feel like it was a
Yeah.
lot of like parking lots. I feel like anything like being on wheels. We had like kind of like this like street luge that we would ride on a lot, like this big red sled, and we would just street luge down the street.
Yeah.
We would bust out the fucking Nerf squirt guns.
Mhm.
Y'all
Yeah.
ever do some squirt gun
Oh yeah,
action?
dude.
It was definitely a mode of transportation too. You
What,
know, like
the board.
yeah, like I mean, it was impractical because it took me longer to skateboard someplace than it would be to like just jog over there. Sometimes I feel.
Especially if the road was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like skating on a road that's fucked up is just so painful
Did you
because
guys
you're
wear a
not getting
helmet?
anywhere.
Not cool, right?
I don't think I did.
I was gonna say, but if you're like, if you walk somewhere, and even if it takes just as long to skate, but if you show up and you're holding a skateboard, like at 16, that's probably a pretty good look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. You look good. Yeah.
It's crazy to me how we've come to consider skateboarding to be so cool. You know, just
Yeah.
like wheels on the bottom of a piece of wood and you're twirling around.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest with you.
And
I
we're
actually
like,
remember.
"Fuck, yeah.
I remember a distinct moment. It was like probably within that first year of learning how to skateboard.
Yeah.
We were in Colorado on a family vacation in the summer, and we realized that the X Games was going on right like behind where we were staying.
Oh, what the
So we
fuck?
got a ticket for like $15, which
Wow.
in my mind, you know, the X Games is like I thought that was like the creme de la creme. I thought the tickets would be like $100.
Yeah.
And in like, my 13-year-old brain, you're just like, holy shit, that's expensive.
Yeah.
So when I found out I was 15, and we're like, all right, let's go. We went with the family that we were staying with at the time too.
Yeah.
And fucking lo and behold, this little dude named Ryan Sheckler is there.
Ooh, the boy.
Shit.
And that was like, I was like,
You just-
I think my hopes and dreams were gone after that, because you're just like, he was like 2 years younger than me at that point. And like, dropping in like he was fucking coming down from the sun like his name was Icarus or something, and just like
fucking God.
just like looked glorious on the board. Just every move was like agile and perfect. He was nailing it. And again, he was
we were talking about that when how it's like you see these people who are like 14,
Prodigy.
15, 13, and they have full-on careers, and like they have sponsors, they have contracts, they have a business, they're like pro level at something, mastered something to the point where they get paid to do it professionally, and like I feel like I could barely even fucking read until I was 19.
Yeah.
I still
You know?
can't.
Yeah.
What's Ryan Sheckler doing now? Is he? Because I feel like you see these like success stories of kids, and then
Yeah.
there's always the where are they now? Like,
He's
show.
He's counting his shekels. He's counting Ryan's shekels, dude.
Did he retire already?
He got a
No.
fat-
No,
he got a fat
I'm pretty
check.
sure he's still popping on like Instagram
Yeah.
and shit. Like, but my question is so do you think that's is that a fear thing? Like, you guys were just like you had a little too much fear to really push past
There's
the skill level
definitely
you
an
should have.
element of fear to it, but it's mostly I feel like an element of just not knowing. I feel like at a certain point you can kind of learn how to like learn skills,
Yeah.
and like unless you're taught that by somebody, you just practice the same thing thinking you're gonna get better
Yeah.
at some point,
Totally.
and you don't. You just do the same shit over and over, and you're like, one day, you know?
Yeah.
I think when I was a kid, like I didn't have the patience to be like not good at things.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I
Same.
can't do this thing that all my friends are good at. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's just not my thing.
And
Yeah.
I'll-
then you-
yes.
Yeah, and then now, like I'd happily be like, if all of us were like, yo, we should go skate tomorrow and just all be shit together,
Yeah.
like that'd be hilarious and a great time and like all learn. Like the music shit I was like working on last night.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not good, but like have the patience now to learn a skill that I actually want to.
Yeah, where you
Where-
don't expect to be good right away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and whereas
yeah.
like as a kid, you're like, well, I'm just
Why am I not amazing
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
first try?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's how come I
Yeah.
can't do a kickflip after one day?
Yeah.
Were you
But-
doing tricks?
I could do a couple tricks. I could do like one out of every 100 kickflips.
Okay.
And I could do. I like tried to learn the kind of like tricky tricks that you'd like a party trick, you know.
Mhm.
So I could do a thing where I would like hop up and get the board on its side, and be standing on the board.
Oh shit.
On the side of the that's like the only thing I
What?
could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
We
not
like the
not a
tricky
real not a real trick, but like a thing that if you're completely stationary.
Completely stationary. You pull-
Yeah,
you
yeah,
pop
that's-
The
one
board
foot,
happens to
Yeah.
be upside down.
Yeah.
and then you just fucking floop,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you
yeah.
stand on the board, and then from there I would jump, and it would like kind of flip, and I would land on it.
Okay, I didn't get the landing part. I got
okay.
part one of that trick. You're more advanced than me.
Did you guys ever rollerblade?
Yeah, I loved rollerblading.
I feel like that was
Still
the problem.
can't.
Is because like I went from like rollerblading to a stationary like keep your 2 feet in one place basically.
Yeah.
And that was like impossible for me. I imagine it's like going from like skiing to snowboarding if you're really good at skiing.
Yeah.
Snowboarding is gonna feel hard, even if you have good balance at first.
There is that
I-
aspect
You're
of
locked in.
snowboarding where you're like, I'm locked in. I can't fucking separate.
I feel like I'm almost on the point of tearing my gooch every time I fucking rollerblade. Like, they just separate and it goes faster and faster, and I'm like, I don't know how to fucking, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta
like
like
that.
tuck and roll. You
I
know?
always liked that element of it, dude. I kind of did like a.
The figure
Dude,
eight.
You like the feel. You like the feel of the
let
gooch.
your legs go out a little bit, and as soon as you start to feel that little pull, you're like,
You were a little
Yeah.
experimental thing.
yeah. Pizza French fry.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah.
But I
with
feel like with
skiing and
athletic
stuff.
stuff, dude, you know, there's a certain element where like if you don't learn like a certain amount of hand-eye coordination at a young age, you just don't got it.
Yeah, totally.
It's true.
Like me in sports is just no at this
Same.
point.
Same.
You know,
Yeah.
Can't relate.
I was
easy for you,
yeah.
hard for me. Um,
Yeah.
but like hand-eye coordination, if I'm standing still shooting a basketball, pretty good.
Yeah.
Standing still
I've seen it.
I would
shooting pong, doing a shooting video game, pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything involving the legs, I'm out.
It's hard to do both, man. It's
Yeah.
really hard to like excel at like I'm good at my legs and hands at the same time.
I got
don't
gout,
get it.
dude.
Yeah, you do.
Can't be doing that shit. Be inflamed, boy. You know?
Yeah, that ain't it.
But hey, you know, never say never. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like the movie.
You can't doubt.
Shout out Bieber.
Who is also someone who's like a fucking god at everything. It's insane.
Yeah,
Like
Bieber's a
he
fucking
can
god
just
at everything.
drum.
What else
he
is
can,
he good at?
He's like
Other than music,
he's a good
stuff.
skater. He's like
Really?
yeah, like oddly a
Credit.
good skater.
I did
He's
not know
he's an
that.
avid reader. He
He can
reads
do
He's
10 books a summer. It's incredible.
he can do a Rubik's cube
Um,
really fast.
Yeah.
He's like a 1700 in
You know,
chess.
that's a lot. That's a lot of books. 10
Yeah,
books, 3 months.
I'm never gonna look.
My
I'm
God.
gonna lose it.
I'm never gonna look any of these things up. So I was like, I'll just take your word.
Yeah. No, he's really good. He's kind of a welder in his
He's a
spare time as
Nobel
well. He
laureate.
welded that ring that Haley
He's a
Haley
Pulitzer
Bieber
winner.
wears. You know, he's
I
really
believe
good
it.
at plastic surgery. He's done all of her plastic surgery.
man's got
yeah,
talent.
it's impeccable.
I feel like he's actually pretty good at basketball. I feel like I've seen a clip
Yeah,
that
I
either
believe it.
suggested he's good at basketball
the
or was
thing
edited
with,
to
the
show
thing
that.
with Bieber is that he's legit talented as hell.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
just so famous and so tortured.
But yeah, he had to sacrifice that nostalgia that we all were able to experience. You know, what's
That's
his
true.
nostalgia? Being on YouTube, hanging out with Scooter Braun. Ugh.
Yeah, while we were sitting next to fucking parking blocks, he was in the stew with Usher.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy to think
Ludacris.
about. That like
What a terrible time.
he never had
I'll be
like
honest, I'm not that envious of that though.
we were talking
Yeah.
about
I
like
mean,
that's
I'm
what I'm
envious of
saying.
everything
Yeah.
that came about from after that, but like, you could have been like, you want to be in the studio with Usher, and I'm like, what?
No, dude, I'm hanging out with John.
I want to hang out with my boys.
I wanna hang out
Like,
with
I don't want to
Steve.
be in a school studio with an
Yeah,
old
for
guy.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't trade my situation for Bieber's at all.
But he,
we were literally talking
Yeah.
about this today where
Yeah.
like the good old days were like, oh, we just he's like you came out, you're like, dude, just realized like this is the good old days. Like this is the
It's
time
happening right now.
this is the time we look back on like simple times. Bieber's last like simple time was when he was 10.
Yeah.
Was he famous at 10? Probably.
He's got no good old days, dude.
yeah. Well, some people are. Yeah, they're like, man, high school was the fucking best, or like college was the best. And I feel like I'm
can't
so
relate to
glad
that.
that like now I'm just like, no, this is the best.
This is the best time.
I'm
of my
having a
life,
great
dude.
time
Yeah.
right now, dude. Like,
God,
this is fun.
Wow.
who are those people that want to go back to high school?
There's a lot of people like that. I mean, I can't think of any. Yeah, exactly. People that are
That's
just kind
true.
of stuck in. And I mean, you know, there's something cool. I just remember my like when I was in college, my mom's friends would always be like, "How's college going?" And I'd be like, "It's fine." And they were like, "Man, best years of my life. You've got to like savor it." And I was like,
You're like,
"Well,
really?
fuck."
I'm
There's
College,
junior
pressure's
and I'm
on,
college
yeah.
waiting for
kind
it
of
to be the
sucks
best time
for
of
me
my
right
life.
now. Like, I hope this isn't the best years of my life.
Dude, I got in my head about that on my like exchange year
Yeah.
in university when like I kept being told, and like I think I told myself at this point like this is the best year ever, like, and then I'd have like it'd be like a Tuesday and it'd be raining and I'm like I'm kind of sad, and then I'd be like, wait, you can't be sad, this is the best year of your
Yeah,
life, and there'd be like
yeah.
this pressure to be like, no, get
Yeah.
out there and do
No, have fun.
but I'm tired, like I need to, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe they were just trying to
totally.
pull the wool over our eyes and convince us that's what it's supposed to
Well,
be.
maybe I mean for them that's
even
where
though
they
knew
peaked,
that
I
it
guess.
wasn't.
I
or
don't know.
something. A mass conspiracy of parents.
Dude, I feel like
Yeah.
it always
And
ends up
ants.
just being like
Ants.
beating yourself up either way is like is the way not to go. You know, you'll always feel like, oh, I should be enjoying this, or I should be not enjoying this, or like I should be doing that, but just to be like,
Either way, it's
there's
okay.
no should.
It's okay.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no
Yeah.
should.
Yeah,
Who made
yeah.
up the should? You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everybody is
Whatever I
different in their brain and their mindset of like that specific situation. It's like they don't fucking know what I'm experiencing here. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
work like that.
To just be like, this is all good.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah,
work, man.
like I feel like there's a
I don't
tendency.
feel like being that, you know, like whatever at this point, so I won't. you know?
Yeah. I feel there's a tendency to like overthink the down moments at times when it's just like that's a natural human thing.
You
The-
gotta
the-
listen
the
to your body, man.
negatives- The negatives hurt more than the positives feel good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there are people? This got dark real quick. Do you feel like there
Let's
are
go back to
people?
shitting.
Would you guys rather be alive or dead? You feel like what?
Like I sometimes feel like I can't imagine. You know, there's people who like have like super high highs and
Mhm.
like not very low lows.
No.
And
you know
like,
people like that?
I feel
wanna be
like
friends
I
with them.
feel like I do. Like I feel like they're people like in ignorance is bliss kind of thing. Almost.
I think I
in my
literally
mind.
said the term ignorance is bliss earlier, and I actually
Yeah.
maybe
For
am
the
one of those
sake-
people. Maybe.
Really? Do you feel
I
like
think if
you
you have,
have
like-
really high highs and slightly only minor low lows? Because yeah.
If you go
Is
through
that-
like bipolar kind of seasons, and you have like up seasons and down seasons,
Yeah.
and then you just Adderall and stimulant your way through the depressive episodes,
Yeah.
you'll be that. You know?
Yeah.
And a drug addict.
Well, I feel like there's not really a I feel like there's there's not people like bipolar people, right? Have like incredibly high highs and incredibly low lows.
Yeah.
And then there's people who have
But-
like
yeah.
super low lows and like minor high highs, you know? Like is there like an in between there? Like that a lot of people, I guess everybody's different, but I don't know if you guys feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when things get so tumultuous in your mental state, you just want to be like, I just want to be level, you know?
Yeah.
I don't really care to have super high highs or super like, but as long as I just don't get super low lows.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're like,
Just
I'll,
co- just-
I'll
I'll-
take,
I'll
I'll
go
take
for
the
the
middle.
contented
Let me
you know?
coast on this neutral wave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jerk
yeah.
off every now and then, feel something special.
Yep, yeah.
A little self-abuse.
Yeah. Bingo.
Yeah. We got to remember to, you know, when you perineum son the gooch, you got to get the boys out as well.
Yeah.
We'll throw back to the first episode.
Dude, that vitamin D, man, it helps.
The girl from
You put me in
Insurgent does that.
What?
She sunbathes her
Suns-
penis.
What's her name?
Gwyneth Paltrow?
No. The main protagonist from Insurgent, Divergent, and Ingurgent or something, like the trilogy.
Is that the chick from
Kaylee Callie something, not Callie Uchis. The brunette, yeah.
Is that the
She's
that-
in.
nice.
She's in. What is she in?
She does what?
She Perineum
Oh, no.
Sons.
Really?
I swear on my fucking life, dude. I looked it up because we were listening to the Perineum Sun episode on the drive
Bro,
down
but
to Nashville.
When we were listening, did you start Googling Perineum Sun?
did.
Me
Didn't
too,
you?
in the
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
I was like, I kind of, like, because I remember
I was like, wait.
when I listened to episode 1 originally, and this was introduced to me as a concept, I was
Yeah.
like, let me do some research, and then I kind of forgot all of it, and I had to re-Google it when we were listening
Yeah.
on the way down here.
Well, interesting fact,
yeah.
you know who does perineum sun also is Thanos. Josh Brolin has been known to perineum sun.
Wow.
Now reality can be.
But is
whatever
there
I
a
want.
list? Is there a, you know,
I
like,
am inevitable.
you know, like on
He says as he's raised up.
It's
He's
like-
in his
Do you think that's how
makeup.
these chicken strips are made from Thanos' gooch that was
Dude,
sun?
yeah, these are Thanos level.
We'll find
God
out when we
level
take a
for
bite.
Heat, dude.
Is there like, you know, in Wikipedia you could search like, I don't know, the month of June, and it'd be like celebrities born in the month of June or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there like a Perineum Sunning Wikipedia page and it says celebrities that Perineum Sun? Like, how'd you find this
a
out?
database.
Brad
Yeah.
Pitt has
Yeah, I
been
think I
known to
got
perineum.
into it.
No, you know what it is? It's like when you go to the movies too early and they pop up the trivia and it's like Brad Pitt perineum. Sons.
Yeah, which of
Did
these?
you know that
Did you know?
Catherine Zeta-Jones doesn't just dip beneath the
I
laser?
found those
She
questions
also
to be
perineum
insulting in the
sons.
movie theaters.
They're so weak.
Yeah.
They're so. I love watching the interviews because they're such like. It's just so fake. It's so funny. Like.
I hate it.
You guys been to the movies yet?
No, not since
Yes.
the world
I've
started.
been a couple. What'd you see?
I saw A Quiet Place 2.
Oh, shit!
nice.
There's a Quiet Place 2?
Worth it in the
Dude.
theater?
Dude, you gotta do it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I think you do have to do it in the theater unless you're gonna listen with some binaural headphones or whatever.
Yeah, there's
Like,
probably a
it's
lot of
pretty
clicks.
amazing.
Yeah.
We also saw, probably shouldn't have done this at the time, but we saw Tenant by,
Oh yeah.
what's his name?
Yeah. Christopher Nolan
Yeah.
and Hans Zimmer gets a co-director credit.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But he's basically they're basically
He doesn't even
fused.
make the music anymore.
And Trent
Yeah.
Reznor, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Quiet Place 2. It's out now in theaters.
Social Network.
Love that opening song.
Oh,
Wow.
it's so good, dude.
That's good, dude. Tonight's about to be a movie. You know what I mean, boys?
That's what. Yeah, for real
Life's the
though.
greatest movie you're ever gonna watch.
So let me think of a way to introduce these chicken bites. That'll be like a nice little intro to whatever clip we pull from it.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have here some Nashville's hottest chicken, Hattie B's. Shut the cluck up level heat, which is the highest it goes. We got a bunch of tenders, and apparently this is a thing people do on the internet. You know,
Yeah.
where you eat really hot foods and see what happens.
The Packy
And
Chip
we-
Challenge.
Exactly.
for the,
Packy chip challenge.
Can you describe the look of them for the listeners?
Yeah,
'Cause
let's go
I-
ahead and
yeah.
get this in the frame here. You can see they look hellish. They look sort of like a Demogorgon poop in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
They look kind of like Dante's. If Dante's eighth circle of hell was his asshole, this is where they came
Yeah.
from. And
Burnt, right?
It looks
It
burned
looks
at
like
the
you
top,
left
but
in,
it's just hot spice.
but it's actually just
It's hot
spice.
Yeah,
spice.
there's so much spice in
Perfectly
it.
cooked, actually.
It's
Yeah.
black.
Burnt,
and for those of
right?
you guys that don't know, Nashville is like known for this dish. It's hot chicken. And
Oh,
it's kind
God.
of just a novelty. You come here, you try the hot chicken. You never really have it on your own accord once you've been living here a lot.
Oh,
It's a
I got
thing you do
doctor's note.
when friends come to visit and stuff like that. So we're here with two of our bestest friends in the world, Nick and Nick, and
Burnt, right?
we're all gonna take a bite. and see how it goes and sort of live react to it together.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
It's risky business because the meat is so fucking good.
Let's all grab a piece.
Yeah.
Is it? Are we doing are we eating this whole thing? We doing a bite? What's the vibe?
Start with a bite. I mean, don't go get ahead of yourself.
Blake, now's your chance, bro.
I really can't.
Blake won't do it. He has
Does any of the audience members want to bite
have
with
a
us?
doctor's
He has a
note.
doctor's note.
Hey,
Okay,
there's 3 audience
Okay.
members and there's
Let's
3
go,
pieces of
AJ.
chicken here. Blake's out.
I got a doctor's note. AJ's my
Wait.
sub. He's my
Is,
sub.
is this a real doctor's name?
Yeah, it's a real
Kirk?
doctor's note.
Hang on.
You know, I mean, it's
Let's go, dude.
This very legit doctor's note seems to excuse Blake.
Yeah.
Blake cannot be charged with spicy food consumption as his bowels may cave in.
Dr. Brain Chamber.
Bryn Chambers.
Bryn Chambers.
Dr.
Bryn
Bryn Chambers. Yeah.
Dude, my
That
chambers.
sounds made up.
No,
this looks
it
pretty
was
legit,
signed.
dude.
Look at how poorly the handwriting is.
Yeah,
That's
he
how
must be a
doctor's
doctor.
handwriting
That's how you
is.
know.
Yeah.
That's true.
He took
can't-
Latin, but not
I
handwriting.
can't refute that.
Just a reminder.
AJ and Chris are my
Don't touch
sub,
your
and
eyes.
Kirk are my sub-ins.
You're gonna start tearing up. I'm
I got
guessing.
3 sub-ins.
Yeah, don't touch your
eyes.
eyes. Don't go pee after this without washing your hands
Oh, good
first.
call.
By the way, speaking of notes, I gotta show you this afterwards. But I have a note that I found earlier from you, where one time you came home because me and the Australian Nick used to live together, and you came home and you were hungry and you were drunk, so you stole one
avocado?
of my avocados,
Oh my god, did you have that note?
and then you left me a note that said, "Sorry for stealing your avocado.
Sweet
I promise
man.
I'll replace it." And you still haven't.
Do you,
So
do you
He's
wait,
got you
wait,
got
wait,
one here.
Wait, do you have that note still?
Yeah.
Can we bring that out after we eat these?
I mean, it's gonna take a while to find it. I don't know in which
I
crevice
feel
it
like
is,
we'll
but-
eat these and then we'll address this note. Maybe-
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Alright.
God, dude, that is just caked.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good
Cheers.
luck, homies.
Take a big bite.
They're putting it in their mouths now. They're chewing.
Tastes great.
No reactions off the jump. Good meat.
Initially, very tasty.
I'm 6'5", 220, and there's 2 of me.
Oh boy.
I feel like I'm going up. I feel like I'm going up on a roller coaster.
It's so good. Yeah. Right. Actually,
AJ's got a little bit of water going in those eyes right now. I can see him. I can't see Kirk's eyes at all because he's wearing some crazy gooks.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm gonna finish it before the heat kicks in.
Second bite.
Second bite. Second
Come
bite.
back.
Let's go.
It's that slow heat, right? It's that slow rise. One of those situations.
Mhm.
Okay.
We got these yesterday, so you
They-
think the heat would build?
I think it's dipped into the white meat now. The white portion.
It's really good.
It's so delicious.
It's just good quality meat, man. I love their
My tongue is
their
perspiring.
timbers.
I would describe the flavor as
Simply delicious.
simply delicious. It's got kind of a smokiness to it. Maybe that's what that burn is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're burning the seasoning that's on it. It got reduced in heat that way,
Yeah.
but
Crispy crisp.
oh, the
All
oil's
around.
a carrier. Oh man.
Oh my god, dude.
Should've
Oh,
done
so
this
like
in
if it's
olive
cooled
oil.
down, it's easier to eat.
That would have been a good idea.
Yes, those are not as hot as they are when you sit down in the restaurant. I will say that.
This is not as hot as the one that I ate last night. I think.
Right, because it.
Yeah, honestly.
It looked so intimidating.
I mean, it's burning right now. It's burning
burning.
for sure. Like it's a constant burn right now.
You're crazy, Chris. He's not a he can barely eat Tabasco. He's like me.
You can barely eat
You had
Tabasco?
a doctor's note, man. Jesus.
Oh boy. Oh,
Oh.
just deep breaths, man. Look, pain. Yeah, at a certain point, you'll reach the other side, and it'll be just bliss.
I know that they didn't pay us, but I would like to do a little ad read for Hattie B's banana pudding, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
Judging by that reaction from
Oh
everybody,
my
you
God,
know it's
dude.
fucking gold.
I
Shout
swear
out.
to God, dude.
Best banana pudding.
That is the best thing I've ever had.
Sorry, my Aunt Rochelle,
Shout
but
out.
that's some real good banana pudding.
Did your aunt Rochelle make banana pudding?
She
too?
makes really good banana pudding, but
That
there's
might have
something
been-
about that.
That might have been my
I'm
first
thinking
and
about
last
it.
one.
You saw me-
The last
I'll
one?
put it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Let's all take a bite of that.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna fucking eat that shit.
Here.
That was so.
Now we're kind of fighting over it.
Yeah. Now we're like, I like that.
Yeah, I mean
Hey,
it's
dude.
good ass meat. I'm gonna go to Hattie B's again soon. Honestly,
I know these fries.
lunch. Is that Wonder Bread or is that just regular white bread? You think
I think it's Wonder
That's
Bread.
Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread?
All right, we gotta come clean to you guys. I was pretty anticlimactic. It's hot. My tongue is sweating, and my mouth is wet, and my teeth.
I feel the burn at the back of the throat, though.
You know,
Yeah, it's the flavor is just worth the burn. The flavor is overpowering the burn.
I'm wondering if it's kind of similar to, an acid situation where, you do the acid and it's really strong, and then the next day you try to do acid and it's not as strong. And it's just you guys have gotten a little bit of a tolerance.
Yeah.
I don't.
spicy
that-
boys.
Because
and I
AJ's
think-
hurting a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, and this is.
He's crying.
Yeah, it's
They're
hot.
both hurting.
Oh.
Kirk, I can't tell behind those glasses, but
He's done this. Not his first
Yeah,
one.
safety glasses.
No, I can't take these off.
no, these are on all night.
I will say, okay, it's not a knock to Hattie B's. It's the best chicken in Nashville, and it's usually way fucking hotter, and it's still pretty fucking hot.
Oh yeah.
But again, these are a day old. The oil is not there to carry it to be the bridge from the chicken to our own buds.
Pallets.
But
Yeah.
The
more I'm drinking this shit, it's making it hotter, though, to be honest.
It's spreading around.
That's what the oil does. It activates it and then it spreads it around.
Yeah.
And it just sits there.
That's dangerous, dude.
Like, I feel it in my esophagus a little bit.
really,
Just at the very back.
let me swallow my oils in here and see if something
I
happens.
feel it in my esophagus. I feel it in my toes.
Christmas is around. Feel it in
Don't
my
know what I've
bones.
been told.
Hattie B's.
Hattie
Hattie
B's.
B's.
Well, let's do a song for Hattie B's and see if they like it.
Yeah. I like that start.
What Hattie B's?
You went Hattie B's. And then
Hattie B's.
Hattie B's.
The B stands for brothers.
And burning.
You make the chicken that we love.
But it's only good the day of.
If you have it the next day, you might regret it. Unless you put olive oil and spread it. Think about it, baby.
Fucking spread it.
Before you put Hattie B's in your mouth.
Chicken on a piece of bread. No one ever eats this bread.
Does anyone eat the bread? Did you? Yeah.
AJ, you can eat the bread.
Did you guys
but
eat the
only
bread
if
yesterday?
you do it on camera.
See what this
Maybe
bread's-
what if that's where all the heat went? It just like dipped into the bread. It is.
Let me try this little hot piece right there.
Yeah. That was a swish if I've ever seen one, Nilo.
What?
That was a swish.
A swish.
Yeah, you are good at basketball.
Right in the basket, baby.
Good at the white bread b-ball, baby. Go.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm wondering, what
Oh,
if
yeah,
you guys
got a little bit of a tickle in my
accidentally,
throat.
you didn't, but what if you accidentally mixed up the wings yesterday and you ate the, like,
I was just
I was
thinking that,
wondering that,
actually.
yeah.
Because honestly, the shit last night
Oh.
was like,
But this didn't have fries, and we ordered.
yeah.
but the other stuff had fries.
No, this is for sure it. It's
but
just,
there was a fry in
I-
there. That was just.
no, I think it just comes down to the oil.
Leftover.
Comes down
It
to the
came with fries.
I saw two little fries.
One fry.
A half a fry.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was for sure in my head that this chicken challenge was gonna be like an hour's worth of content, and we all were just like, yeah, it was pretty good.
It's quality meat. It's quality meat.
I really wanted it to be spicier to the point of like crying. It would just like make me feel alive and like help depression.
Yeah. They say it does, dude.
Yo, Hattie B's, if you saw what we just did and you feel like your reputation here might be, put into question, you want to send your boys your best shit.
I want like 10 times spicier than that.
Well, I
dude.
did.
You're
I
the
did comment.
Seriously.
I did.
We left a note in the order that said, make it as spicy as possible.
And then when I walked in to pick up the food, the guy handing me the bag was like, "Yo, you boys went in."
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did. He
yeah.
said, you boys went in.
And I was like, "Oh,
Which is
this."
exactly what you didn't do on our spice.
I'm just waiting for the dude that hears this that's like, oh, okay. He makes them really hot, but he's also going to like dip his balls on it. Just because he's like, well,
I
they
swear that's what
insulted
happened
me.
at Pepperfire, the chain that is rivaling Hattie B's.
Hattie
They
B's.
dip their balls on it?
Nilo and I one time went in there, and it was like a scene out of a movie because we went in there, just like little braggadocious, little macho, and we're like, We're like, give us the hottest shit you got. He's like, you want the off menu hot? And we're like, yeah.
I make it in my car.
He's like, no problem, my friend.
Got it in my trunk right now.
And we're like sitting down waiting. We're like, it's taking extra long. And we like look over, and it was like, you know, the area in like in the kitchen of like a nice restaurant. It's like you can like the chef has to duck under the silver thing to like look between.
Oh yeah.
He like ducked under and he like looked at us and he's like,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
gave us a devilish grin. He's like,
Wow.
you guys are fucked.
so then
I
yeah,
forgot that.
yeah, we had it and it was pretty hot. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But it wasn't debilitating. It was like definitely way hotter than this.
Is that the time, Neil, you're talking about where your whole day was ruined?
Yeah.
so clearly it affected
I mean,
Neil a little more.
My whole day has been ruined twice by chicken.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
because
you're
of
not the
spice.
only one, dude. I think a lot of people die from bad chicken every year. So
Yeah, not from the spice factor. Like
That'll
just
really
from, like,
ruin your day.
It'd be
Yeah.
funny if we're talking about how
Dying.
not spicy this is, and then like all of a sudden we
It's-
all have like nosebleeds.
yeah.
It's totally fine.
my buddy Liam, who Neela, you know,
Yeah.
when he visited me in Chicago one time, he's a Canadian guy. He comes in and we're all eating spicy ramen, and the dude fancies himself for liking some spicy food. And this is at what's the hip hop ramen place in Chicago?
Okay.
Oh,
Furious
Furious
Spoon. And he like walks up to the counter and he's like bopping in, fairly drunk at this point. And the guy's like, all right, how spicy do you want it? And I was about to be like, yo, they're hot as spice at Furious Spoon. Is like, that's hot. And I was like, yeah, you can go the regular, dude. It's already hot, with the Fury sauce. And Liam's like, nah, it's all right. It's got it. And he goes to order. And the guy's like, yeah, how hot do you want it? And Liam just like looks him in the eye and is like, I want you to destroy my asshole.
Oh no.
And the guy's like, okay.
He's like, sweet, but what about the ramen?
Oh, you there? Yeah. That's what I'm.
Exactly.
And yeah, he successfully did destroy Liam's asshole. There was a lot of tears and a lot of sweat, and Liam was staying at my place, so yes.
I've had
a lot of
Furious
residual
Spoon that
damage.
hit me harder than what just happened, for sure.
Definitely.
Wow.
I had the
Once again,
Canabo spice at High Five in Chicago. And
So
it was
again, yo,
there.
Hattie B's. I mean, these boys might not be here when it happens, but if you want to set it up, we can come over. We can do a live. You can
we'll
give
come
us
down
each
for it.
level. We'll record it.
I would definitely
do
come down
it.
for that.
You hear that?
That would be
They'll
fun.
come down for it.
Yeah. I'd love it.
Is that a threat or a promise? Not quite sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, good job, guys. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the stress before doing it was the heaviest part, honestly.
Honestly, Blake, I feel like you could have done that.
I was more stressed than you guys were.
It reminds me a lot of
I knew
a,
I didn't have to do it.
Soul Cycle class that Nick and I did one time, where the instructor was like, the anticipation of a thing, anything, is harder than the thing itself. So say it with me, ladies. And I'm looking over at Nick while we're on these
The
bikes.
only two dudes
and
in the
we're
room.
like, what is going on, dude?
Have you guys
I mean,
done?
I guess she's not wrong, but like, it's kind of tough to relate.
Have you guys done
Came
Soul
here to
Cycle?
fucking work off some calories,
Yeah.
not fucking
Yeah.
Have you done it?
go through
Soul
therapy.
Cycle?
Yeah.
No,
You've done Soul
I'd
Cycle?
like to.
Yeah.
I imagine it is insane because just like
It's
going up
unlike
a
anything
crazy
you're ever gonna
hill
experience.
on a bike is like really hard on your like it fucking
Yeah.
burns.
Oh, it's-
Oh no!
it's
It's easy. It's like the workout is easy. It's the hard
But
part is
isn't that
being
the-
there and being
Easy
like,
for me.
is this real life?
Is that the thing where
You know
they
what I'm
like
saying?
stand you up, you stand up, go, keep
Yeah,
going,
yeah,
keep
yeah.
going,
Yeah.
keep going, and then you sit down and it's like, okay, stand up, stay up, stay up, stay up.
Yeah,
stay
but
up.
it's more complicated than that. They're like, all right, double tap, and you're like, what the fuck is double tap? And all of a sudden, all the girls around you be like, tap tap on like the
Dude, they-
handlebars, and then back up. You're like,
Oh,
what
that's
just happened?
dumb. Are they
Dude,
doing like
no, hold on,
choreography?
hold on,
They
hold
give
on.
you like
working
these
out?
Crocs with like a seat belt
Yeah,
on the bottom
yeah,
of them,
yeah.
so you can like clip into the bike pedal.
Yeah,
And so like immediately you get in and you put on these shoes and you're just like fucking clacking into the room.
yeah.
And then as
Walking
soon
like
as
a
you
duck.
get in, you're walking like a duck, and then
Yeah.
you fucking hook in, and you know it's gonna be fucked.
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
places they like the bike. Did your bike
Oh,
tilt left
that's
and right?
sick.
No, ours did not.
No.
Ours was totally stationary.
Okay.
But let me tell you real quick about our experience. We showed up 5 minutes late. Okay.
Oh,
And when you're 5
she
minutes
taunted
late,
you,
might
dude.
as well be the like Satan himself, right? So we were there for a client vendor sort of relationship thing. I don't know how we signed up for it, but we just said, yeah, sounds like it's gonna be ridiculous. So we walk in, and the reason I want to bring this up is because I'm like, Soul Cycle is a cult.
Bro, you walk
I believe
into
it.
Soul Cycle 5
Absolutely.
minutes late, it goes from Soul Cycle to Soul Sacrifice real quick.
It really
yeah,
is,
yeah.
dude. It really is because it feels like an A24 movie when you walk in. You're
Oh,
just like,
God, I wanna
it's
watch a
pitch
scary
black.
movie so
it's,
bad right now.
it's pitch black, dude. And like this person is like bringing you to your bike, your assigned number, So there's already like an alphanumeric thing involved in this. And,
But it's dark, so you can't see what your number
pitch
is.
black. It's
You
genuine.
can't.
But you do see is an elevated stage that there's a silver chrome bike on that like the instructor is on, like the fucking alpha leader of the pack, right? And like
Yeah, you all walk in like a couple of Omegas.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're like, here's your bike. Make sure to say hi to your partner next to you. And we're like, what? Then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, like there's a bunch of white girls like headbanging to Led Zeppelin and Nirvana, which I'm sure
First time they ever heard it.
is fun. But you're just like, the instructor is kind of like towing the line between preaching and instructing.
No.
And you're just like, is this what maybe a cult feels like? Because you're not sure if you're there for the workout or the encouragement.
Yeah.
I mean, I surely got both out of it.
I think I might have been sucked in because at the start I was like, "This is weird," and by the end I was like, "Hell yeah, Jennifer! we'll
totally,
climb that
totally.
mountain."
Do you
Yeah.
feel like you started it at a really kind of
Skeptic.
heavy, like "fuck you," and then by the end you were like, "Fuck me."
So basically, if you were to have like probably another week of that, like you'd be like pretty hooked on it, right?
I did
I
enjoy
totally
it.
understand why people go now.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
Yeah.
same way that, like,
I
I
get that.
understand why the Rajneeshi were a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in the same reason I understand why, like,
Yeah.
David Duke is a thing.
I mean, dude, the only way
Oh my god. He's convincing, I'll say that.
the only way that it could get more cult like is if you had everybody like wear the same shirt or something.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about that.
My bad.
We were not, and we got bastardized for it.
Yeah.
For not wearing the
Oh, a lot of people were in
Soul
Soul
Cycle
Cycle gear.
Soul Cycle gear.
I understand
Soul
that.
Cycle everything. You're part
I've-
of the team, dude.
I've heard
We stuck out like a sore thumb, dude. It was just like we
Like I
didn't
know
even-
some places where if you're not wearing the shirt, you might not even be a part of the thing.
CrossFit.
That's not good.
Yeah. But you guys look really good in these.
I've heard Lululemon is like that as
Oh
well.
my god, we're all wearing
For
the
those
same
that
shirts.
Not a cult.
Mom, can you pick me up?
Do you
Not
guys?
a
Should we
cult.
take some audience questions from the live stew?
Yeah.
Do we have any polls or is this the poll?
There's no polls.
No polls?
No polls ahead of time.
Serious.
Anybody want
Nick, come on.
anything? You want to get behind this camera and come ask a question? Watch out for the cam.
First question. What's the saddest you've ever
Here
been?
we have at Kirk.61 here.
Hey, what's up? This is Kirk.
Kirk.
Oh, you gotta send that sample over
Hold
so
on,
we
do
can
it
use it.
silent. Can you do it again so I can get a cut of it?
Kirk.
Not at the same time.
You need all of us to do it once. All right,
Harmonize.
ready?
3, 2.
No. But at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay,
harmonize.
he said separately.
No, harmonize.
Separately.
Okay, harmonize.
All right,
Whatever.
all right. Just Blake, do it.
Kirk.
Fuck you, dude.
All right, so my question is, y'all have seen the movie The Social Network, right? I know that we just watched it.
What's vibrating?
Together.
This is a trick
What's
question.
vibrating right now?
Hold on, can I get a cig real quick?
Amber Alert.
Can you start recording it?
The Amber Alert stopped it.
Yeah. 0000.
We gotta clap, yeah.
The Amber Alerts for.
It's on.
this
Oh,
one
and that
episode.
one's got to go on too, right? Wait.
All right. So what's your question?
Who keeps stealing these kids from Nashville? Can you cut that later?
Oh, all I'm saying
That's your
is
new
What do you mean
tag.
stolen kids?
all I'm saying is
What?
I didn't see
Amber
an Amber
Alerts.
Alert before you guys came to town.
Before we came to town.
That's true.
You're in this with
That's
me.
true.
You're wearing like Amber Alert like glasses.
Yeah,
right
here's
now,
the
by
thing.
way.
If
Okay,
If-
out of anyone in this room, who would be the most likely suspect in a good game of Clue and who stole the children? Yeah. In this room.
I'm talking.
We're all joking about
I'm
like
saying this guy
kidnapping.
right here.
Definitely this guy.
Yeah.
Not me. So you guys have seen the Social Network, right?
bro.
Yeah, we've seen the Social Network.
What's your favorite part, and why do you believe that it is going to be a cult classic?
The Social Network. It's the best movie they've ever done. It's about Mike.
Mike Zuckerberg.
It's not Mike Huckabee.
Mike
About,
Huckabee.
Mark Zuckerberg before he changed the face of society and how we interact with each other and how he kind of came to be. You know, he basically changed all of our lives because of some pussy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that first 10 minutes is really just like, unfucking real. Like, it's just so, every time I'm like, I feel like I'm just audibly like, oh, like with the soundtrack and like cinematography, just all of it.
Yeah. And the best scene, I think we all can agree that the best scene is the wired in scene.
Absolutely.
Where, Eduardo Saverin comes in. He's like played by Andrew Garfield, and he's coming into a meeting. He flew in from New York, and he thinks it's going to be this like big party / business meeting about the new investors in the company or whatever, and he pretty much gets bamboozled. And his shares have been diluted down to nothing. So
0.003%.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield has so many good moments in this. He comes storming out of the thing, and he's like, Mark! And then he just slowly elevates in volume and goes, Mark! And then he comes up and he says, and Justin Timberlake, who's like a founder of Napster, Sean Parker, he goes, he can't talk to you right now. He's
wired in.
And then he goes,
Is he?
And then he takes his laptop and slams that shit on the fucking table and goes,
How about now? You still wired in?
and then basically they go to the court and they're like, the guys ask like, how much were Peter Thiel's shares diluted down to? And he was like, it wasn't. And he was like, how much were Mark Zuckerberg's shares diluted down to? He was,
It wasn't.
how much did Sean Parker's shares get diluted? And he's like,
It wasn't.
Das Matzowitz.
Mr. Moskovitz.
Morowitz.
It
and
wasn't.
how much were your shares diluted? And he goes, 0.0001%.
0.03%.
Can
It
we?
is great.
Do you think that he deserved that?
Are we talking?
Hell no.
Are we talking
No.
real life or like based on the movie alone?
Like, because in the movie you think he deserved it.
You do?
No, you do.
No.
Oh, okay.
I
mean,
don't know how
from a
factual-
business standpoint, it's just kind of like a. It seemed like a fucking dick move because that's what
Absolutely.
happened, right?
Actually-
like, that's what happened to him, right?
Actually, in the movie, I think he deserved it
Yeah.
because he
What?
knew it was a good
Oh,
idea.
nice.
In the movie, he knew it was a good idea, and he was always like, "It's a we thing, Mark. It's a we thing." And Mark so wanted to say it's a me thing, but
Yeah.
he never did. He was always just like, "Yeah, we this and we that." And I don't know, man. He probably would have never gotten there if he didn't get 20 grand from Eduardo Saverin. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I just get. I guess it's kind of frustrating because I feel like Mark the entire time thinks Eduardo Saverin's not like doing anything for the company,
yeah,
but he's actually like working his ass off in New York the whole time. But he's like,
he's working hard.
he's
not
just
smart,
misguided, you know.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
ju-
yeah.
he should
He's
be
working
out in
hard, not
LA,
smart.
you know. Let's give our critical thoughts on a fucking movie that's like 11 years old.
Great question. Great
Flash
question.
forward to my classroom, and this,
Good
ladies
to
and
know,
gentlemen,
yeah.
is how you work hard, not smart.
Oh my god, dude.
Thank you for coming to my Tony Robbins Jr. TED Talk.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Does that adequately answer your
good to
condescending
know.
question?
Good. Yeah.
It's a quote from the movie.
Bum, bum,
I'm 6'5", 220. There's two.
bum.
Drop the just Facebook. It's cleaner.
For Apple
Well,
Teens.
dude, I think that was a great episode. Do we have any other questions from the audience that aren't so polarizing? Okay.
From there.
My name is AJ.
Hello, AJ.
My name is AJ.
Hello.
Hey.
Question from the audience. If a girl asks, "Do you suck toes?" What do you say and why?
First of all, great question.
Great question.
Truly.
I get this one all the time.
Follow-up question for the audience member, AJ. And this is kind of an important caveat. Like, is she your girlfriend? Is this your aunt? Is this your mother? Ooh!
We good. We're good.
Like, is this your little boo bear?
You're hoping she's your boo, but this is part of like the vetting process for her.
Oh, I see.
Ooh!
Like this is
Wow.
like y'all are like in the stage of like, damn, we've been vibing a little bit.
Let me
we're
tell you
talking,
one
we're
thing,
chilling.
dude. It's the greatest time to be a yes man in that stage.
I would say, I would argue though, you don't know if it's a negative or positive for her to enjoy it. So I would
I think
say
she's asking. It's like implied
you
that
would
she probably likes
suspect it, but
Wow.
well, it's like.
She might be dodging
Do you
those toe
often
suckers.
ask? Do you often ask, your little boo, like,
Bro, she might
Or
have.
does she want to do things that you don't like? Do you ask her about things that you don't want to do, or do you ask her about things you do want to do?
But what if she fell for a
That's a good
toe
point.
sucker in the past and she got scorned?
Yeah, dude.
You toe
She
sucker.
got that. She got that bunion.
But if she's like
That boy
if she
bunion.
truly is the one, should she not accept you whether or not you do or don't like toe sucking?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the correct answer is you just answer honestly.
if she's truly the one, she'll stick with you through tongue and toe.
Amen. I feel like I'd answer.
That's a good question.
I think I'd answer honestly, which is that I genuinely think I've ever sucked a toe. Actually,
I'm not.
I don't think I have either.
and I think, but like I'm Neil's looking at us like we're fucking losers for not sucking toes.
Bruh.
I think I'd answer that I haven't before, but like, hey, I'm open to it.
Thing is,
know?
the way that
Clean
you have
those
to
feet,
conduct
though.
yourself is become a trisexual. You need to try anything sexual.
Wow.
I've
Yeah,
sucked
yeah.
every
In
toe
that
that's come
early,
near my
in
mouth.
that early stage of a relationship, hey, this is serious. In that early stage, if you want to make her your boo, you gotta try anything sexual with her.
Yeah, I get that.
That's my answer.
I get that. It would be an interesting late stage question, like you've been dating this person for like a year or something, and they were like, "Do you suck toes?"
Or what about like, oh shit, my bad. Like, but like, what if you've just been talking for 2 months, and you've gone on 3 dates?
That's an eternity.
Okay, so you're dating. You're almost in the early stages of dating, but you're still kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
And you really like this girl. Everything up to this point has been amazing. And then all of a sudden she drops. She just got a little comfortable with you. And now she dropped the "Do you suck toes" line.
Yeah,
You
I
like
mean,
Now
her, right?
what? Yeah. I like her.
yeah. I do a lot for the things I love, for
Yeah.
the people I love. You know.
Is that what your answer is to
Yeah,
her?
that's what I'd say.
So if she loves you
verbatim.
not doing it,
That's a good quote.
then you'll do what she loves and not do it. And then if she likes it a lot, then you're going to do it.
I think that's a good
2
answer
months
for
into
either way.
2 months into a
That's an
situation.
eternity in 2021.
Yeah,
man.
I feel like it wouldn't hurt as long as the feet were clean. You know, clean and serene. That's what I go by. You know.
Yeah, this is not like there's like kinks and fetishes, but I think the difference is like, is she asking you to like suck her clean toes after a nice shower or bath together?
Yeah.
Or is it like she's into that like, I just worked out at yoga and you're gonna suck my salty toe?
I was
And you know
walking
what?
around
Both
the
are
floor.
acceptable, I guess, but one is obviously preferable.
I'm not
Yoga.
trying to. I'm not
The
trying
yoga
to.
toe.
Yeah.
Bro, if you get a basket of fries from McDonald's and there's no salt on there, you're like,
Yeah,
I
you're
gotta
right. You're
return
right.
these.
I'm just
Oh
not
my
trying to
God.
like get the flu. You know, I feel like I'd get the flu from a dirty toe, and that would really suck.
Wait, Nilo, when you gave us that look, is this because you are pro sucking toes?
Dude,
Is this
like
something you're
I
crazy?
said earlier, I've sucked every toe that's come near my mouth, dude. So
Yeah,
if you bring a big toe near me, I go, you start with that fucking get that
Oh
shit in
my god, dude! If he did it,
Bring a big toe.
every lady toe,
We're
Listen-
friends. You shut it down.
lady toe.
I said I've sucked every toe that's come near my mouth. That your toes have come near my mouth. There's still plenty of time left tonight.
That's true. Very true.
So
You promise?
I think we might have one more question.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think the bigger question is, how do you discuss kinks and fetishes with your significant other?
That's a
when,
good
when,
question.
When do you bring it up? How do you work through it? Do you tell them how dirty you are or not?
as soon as possible.
Okay, yes.
I've never sucked a toe, by the way. Just that was for the audience. All right.
Just for reference, AJ asked the same question on the pod that he was on, so I think there's something going on there. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a
He's
good
been
question.
contemplating.
I'm gonna kick it over to Neil to start.
Yeah, I think I think as soon as you get, I think after you guys do your first, bump, and you're kind of laying there, having pillow talk, you might want to bring up, have a little sex talk. Be like, how do you feel about sex? How do you feel about fucking?
I'm looking for a peer review.
Yeah. How do you feel like what we just did? Let's get a little wrap up sesh. Let's kind of feedback. What could have I done differently? Do you see any areas in which I could improve? No. And then I think you just, as soon as you get to that space, in that comfortable space, it's never a bad time to talk about that kind of stuff,
It's forever. It's like it should be always open. It should be an open discussion all the time. You know, it's like whatever.
I think we're in agreement here.
You motherfucker.
That's you, bro.
I think that's great, and I think look, I don't want to edit this podcast if it goes any longer. It's a lot for me to do, so let's wrap it up. Just say, you know, that being said, another great pod is in the books. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a great episode. I think people are really gonna like it. And we'll take out anything that feel incriminates you, and we'll send it to you. We'll send it to you for approval.
I can't wait for this 3-minute episode. Thank you, Milo.
All right, can you guys say bye one at a time from Blake to me?
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I got nothing to say, yeah, I'm just loving the way you're looking over here. Come over here and tell me your name. I could tell by the sound, yeah, when you open your mouth. I hear my new favorite melody, hey. We should both run away. Why do we